Kia ora, hi there. It has been a hot minute since I made a recent news video. I recently just got back from traveling, feeling very tired, but hey, some LEGO Marvel 2024 set images have finally been released, and naturally I do have a few thoughts on some of these. These all released on January the 1st, 2024, so it's not too far away from now. The first set here is set 76275 Motorcycle Chase Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock, which is 77 pieces. It's a little junior's bike set, which I do appreciate the size and scale of, but it's actually not a junior set, funnily enough. It's just a regular small set. The set features Spider-Man and a Venomized version of Doc Ock, so if you're into that sort of thing, then I think this is the set for you. For me personally though, I've never really been a fan of the whole Venomizing idea for villains and characters and such, so it's kind of a pass from me. But then we immediately jump into some of these mechs. This is set 76276 Venom Mech Armor versus Miles Morales. It sounded really interesting at first because I'm just waiting to see if they ever want to do something brand new, special and different for Venom, but no, it looks like the exact same treatment that Venom's been receiving anyway as minifigure form. It also looks like it's the exact same Venom mech that we've seen before with that Spider-Man Noir set, and the Miles minifigure seems to use the same hoodie piece that we've been used to already seeing over the past couple of years, although I think it might be different. He's got a print on his jacket there on the back. I just don't really have anything else to add here. It's not a very interesting set for me, and I don't think I'll be picking this one up. We've also got this set here, 76277 War Machine Mech Armor, which is 154 pieces. It's one of the standard LEGO mech sets, and they're very clearly still a success for LEGO. This time it's War Machine though, who is at least a character that I think fits the bill of deserving a mech-like build. I don't really collect the mechs myself personally, because sometimes those minifigures, they're just going to be released in other sets later on anyway, but I do think that the War Machine figure here is really nice. Back on track to some actual sets here. Next up is 76278 RACCOON'S WARBIRD for 290 pieces, which is actually an interesting idea for a set being based on an existing movie from some years back based on Guardians Volume 1. The set gives us Rocket and Ronan, both brand new and remade for this set. It's a really similar build to the one that we got from the Guardians Volume 2 sets back in 2017. I don't think I'll be getting this one personally though. I do like the figures and the look of the set overall, but I'm not interested in spending the potential 30 to 50 NZD on this kind of thing when there's so much releasing now across other themes. I'm gonna have to be very picky this year, and I don't think Rocket's Warbird is gonna make the cut, unfortunately. Another strange one here, this is set 76279 Spider-Man Race Car and Venom Green Goblin for 227 pieces. It also fits with that Doc Ock set that we looked at earlier. Again, if you're into these types of Venomized villain sets, I think you've got a pretty good January to be looking forward to. We get a car that looks very similar to the Morbius and Miles set that released from this year, I think. Spider-Man and Gwen are here, and Green Goblin, but he's got some black goo on him. Same thoughts as the other one, it's just not really my thing. I'm also really tired of Spider-Man just having these vehicle-based builds. I really want to see him go back to having some street corners or some actual bank buildings or something. I do also already have a Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen that I'm pretty satisfied with, so I get to save my money from buying this set and spend it on maybe the next one, which I will be getting. This is set 76280 Spider-Man vs. Sandman Final Battle for 347 pieces. We had heard rumors of this set since the last No Way Home set that released with an incomplete roster of minifigures. Here in fact we do have a build for Sandman who makes up the entire build actually. He comes on the same display stand as the other set did, and it even includes the same sandy display diorama base as well, which is what surprised me the most here, because I think a lot of people thought that this would be based on the first encounter scene from the movie, but it is actually set against the backdrop of the finale. Figures included here are the exact same Spider-Man and Electro figure from that set of course, but we do finally have a Lizard in LEGO. It's not what I was hoping would be the first iteration of Lizard in LEGO. I really need them to make the comic versions finally. I need it like now please, but at least we have something to tide us over. I really want to see this in person because currently I think mostly everything seems to work here except for the buildable action figure headpiece that they chose for Sandman, and unfortunately the Lizard figure just isn't really too hot for me in these pictures. I want to see it in person before I make up my mind. Both sets do combine together to make a full display, so I'm gonna have to rebuild my other No Way Home set, and it's a little annoying that they had to split them up like this. Almost feels intentional. Anyway, this is the big boy here of this news video. This is the set 76281 X-Men X-Jet for 359 pieces. I'm a huge X-Men fan, as I have already made very clear countless times on this channel before in previous videos, but this is a really tough mixed bag for me. Early pros, the remake here is amazing compared to that 2014 one, it really is. I think that the set is absolutely gorgeous, it nails that comic and cartoon design that I love so much, it's very sleek, the shaping is overall better, and the minifigure selection is really great as well. 3 remakes, unfortunately. They are very good remakes though. The Cyclops looks great, Magneto's a really neat, interesting new design as well for this kind of a set, and the Wolverine, I think it's the same one from the CMF one, It does retread a couple things, and that is unfortunate, but we do have a brand new character here as well in Rogue, which does mean that I will have to get this because I do need to have every single mutant member personally. Unfortunately, I've really hated how limited the X-Men are in LEGO's representation, and we're already beginning to see remakes within their own sets, like the amount of Wolverines that we've had, as well as the endless possibilities of what we could have been seeing, just kind of makes us a frustrating appreciation. This one's also 110 NZD, which is a little steep for me. It's the only set that I really care about the price wise because I do want to get this as soon as I possibly can. Usually sets in that price range are around 500 to 600 pieces. This doesn't even crack 400, and it doesn't include a Sentinel build either, so it's a tough pill to swallow. I really do love it, but it's a little frustrating in some of those departments. I'll definitely be covering this on the channel though, so I'll go a lot more in depth at that time. Finally, here we have the buildable character of the wave. This is set 76282, Rocket and Baby Groot, which contains 566 pieces. I used to be really into the whole brick built character stuff over the past few years when I was back in college, but times are tough now. I haven't been able to buy sets like this. I really like the idea a lot here. It's just that execution of the face is a little scary to me, but if I wanted an accurate depiction of a feral raccoon, I think they nailed it. This image here of his mouth open makes it look a lot better to me. The brick built guns are really great as well. I think Rocket's guns and weaponry are really great when it's nailed correctly in LEGO. The silhouette is there. It does look like Rocket. I can easily tell who this character is supposed to be, but it just comes off as a little bit more scary than friendly. The GROOT minifigure is included, which is nice, and I think that's an exclusive. I would have preferred to have seen maybe someone like a high evolutionary figure, but that is a character that we will never see in LEGO for very obvious reasons if you've seen the third Guardians movie. That's the full wave. I guess I like the small variety that we have covering a few different things. We've got some mechs and some vehicles, some venomized villains here to go with as well, some brand new characters that we've been waiting for, some nice set expansions and some remakes, and a brick built hero as well. Personally, I'm only interested in the No Way Home expansion set for the No Way Home figures and the X-Jet because I just love X-Men. I'm not happy about it either, damn it. I really wish LEGO would just evolve the Spider-Man figure lineup already and expand that roster of villains. Characters like Prowler, Hammerhead, Mr. Negative, Electro to name a few, Lizard as well. These are needed figures for me. They're not wants at this stage, they're figures that I think we're owed by this point. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you want to see my thoughts on some of these sets in person, stick around until January for some actual review coverage. Ka kite anō everyone, I hope to see you in the next video.